everybody? Welcome back to the Fifth Down Podcast. I'm your host, Isaac, and I'm here with none other than one of my co-hosts,
Miguel Avalos.
And obviously I said one of my co-hosts because the other one isn't here, Gabriel. He's not able to make it tonight, unfortunately, but it's me and Miguel tonight, just kind of like how me and Gabriel filled in, and then because you weren't able to make it, so roles are flipped, but I'm still here. So with that being said, let's jump into what we're going to talk about. So we're going to be talking about Super Bowl recap. It's obviously been 2 weeks since we recorded, unfortunately. Sorry about that, but we are back, so we want to talk about that.
Pro Bowl was fun.
Kinda.
NFC, baby.
AFC. It's all right. It doesn't even matter. Anyways, Super Bowl recap, news around the league, and in closing, we're going to do our early predictions. So going into the next season. So with that being said, Miguel, if you kind of want to jump on first about the game, what did you think about it? And honestly, I want to hear your opinion because at everyone else in the podcast, you know, you were the outcast going for the Chiefs. So let me hear about it.
Well, everybody, it's good to finally say it. Although I was going for the Chiefs, even though, you know, the script decided to flip itself finally after, 3, 4 years, 5 years?
Yeah.
The Chiefs finally lost in the Super Bowl.
I'm sorry.
By a blow. I'm not just talking about any, actually, yeah. A blowout again for Mahomes and the Chiefs because Philadelphia just could not get them to, let loose and let the Chiefs to get going.
Yeah,
and
man.
When that happens, Philly was all over it.
They
dropped 40.
Yeah.
That's the Chiefs dropped 22. They called it the day, went home, ate some ice cream. Philly went to Disney World the next day, and the rest is history. So,
yeah, and
it was a pretty fun game to watch.
I feel like the Eagles really watched film on the Chiefs.
They really
knew
did.
their weaknesses, and one thing I want to talk about, focusing on that game, couple things, but the first thing, just thinking about it, watching film, that D-line, Eagles D-line, man. You know, for them to come into the game knowing Chiefs have a solid O-line, not the worst, but not the greatest, but it's good, manageable. They managed to give up 6 sacks to Philly, to Josh Sweat, who had 2 sacks. I think Milton Williams had about the same. Freaking crazy pressure was coming from everywhere on the Eagles defense. So what do you think, Miguel, was a weakness for the Chiefs allowing that to happen? Yeah,
obviously I think it's one of those simple things where it's one of these bigger opponents that, are like, oh, okay, well, we played basically almost everybody in the league, and we can take anybody down. So at that point, you're just you're not playing just to play ball security. And I'll say this, and everyone's gonna get mad. The Chiefs weren't even trying in the first half. They were just like, oh, well, we can beat anybody.
I'm getting mad.
We could just not play in the first half and let it be. Let the Eagles have their fun in the beginning. And
that's not the case though, bro. They're not gonna freaking be like, all right, man, we already know we won. We're just gonna let them have their fun because the results showed no.
So they, like I said, you want to play lazy in the beginning, then you end lazy, and that's basically what happens. Mahomes he started throwing dimes at the end, but it was pretty 5 minutes left.
But he might have threw dimes, but he also threw 3 picks.
Yeah, definitely.
One of them
was returned by a rookie on his birthday.
Cooper DeJean, the white boy.
He got it on his birthday.
Pick 6 to the crib. Zach Bond with the next one. C.J. Gardner-Johnson closing it out with the last pick of the game. But man, all
over the place.
Yeah, like you said. Go ahead.
And Isaac, I know that we've watched a lot of football this year, and it's been one of the greatest. But for the Chiefs, this is the second blowout this year. The first one was to the Broncos in the end of the season. So their blowout losses are coming late in the season. So Isaac, what do you think about these last two losses?
I know you're watching this, but it was the backups. Congrats to you guys winning the Chiefs. The Broncos blowing out the freaking Chiefs, but it was the backups. So technically, you just won actual meaningful blowout. The other one is we're just go have fun out there, guys. We already have the number 1 seed. But anyways, what was the question again? I'm sorry.
So with the 2 blowouts, which one do you think? Well, I guess
Or did I already answer it?
Yeah, I guess you already answered it. I was going to say, which one do you think will hurt, less of the Chiefs? But
obviously the Super Bowl, the biggest game of all. Like, and all I can
less,
say.
Not more.
What?
I said less. Which one would hurt less, not more?
Oh, the one that didn't matter. Sorry, I was on a little ramble right now. But, I was going to say, like, just for them to come into this game, I thought it was going to be a close game. Mm-hmm. We didn't see that.
No, we didn't.
Technically, the game was a blowout. Yeah, the score might be like, oh, they only lost by, what was it, like 18 points? Yeah, like, oh, yeah, they only lost by 18 points. Not too bad. But if you look at the first half, 27-0 or 24-0, whatever it was. Excuse me.
Yeah, 27.
27. So, bro, I mean, yeah. Patriots, Falcons, 28-3. We know the result of that. So I'm thinking in the back of my mind, I'm like.
But this is not Tom Brady.
I know.
This is Patrick Mahomes.
Tom Brady's still the GOAT, too. I don't care what anyone says. Coming from a Dolphins fan, whoo, it hurts to say that, but it's true. So, but Mahomes is getting up there. He might be there one day. But anyway.
But not today.
Yeah.
Or, I guess, not last week.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah. 2 weeks ago.
Anyways, what I was trying to say was, 27-0. I'm thinking, this game's not over going to the halftime. Like, this game's not over. But it might just be over, and in the back of my mind, Gabriel was at the crib, Zach was at the crib. I know you were here watching it, so that's why
I was at work.
Or sorry, yeah, you're at work.
Listening to Kevin Harlan's version.
Hey, you at work on Super Bowl Sunday?
Not all, just second quarter and beyond.
Oh.
Busy. Got busy. They're like, you want to come work? I'm like, no. They're like, you got to come work. It's Super Bowl. I'm like, dang it.
Yeah, I know. I want to be home.
I know. I want to watch the Chiefs' downfall.
Says the one that was going for the Chiefs.
Okay, it was part of a script then, okay?
Anyways, what I'm trying to say is, so me, Zach, beautiful Zach over there, it's my dog. Zach, freaking my dad, freaking Gabriel, all the other homies at the crib, we was like, all right.
My dad, my mom, they're here at the cribs in these exact places. So
anyways, what I'm trying to say is, we were like, yeah, me specifically, we're like, yeah, 27-0. They might have a chance coming back. Third quarter comes in, I'm like, okay, it looks like it might be over. Fourth quarter comes, game's over. This man Gabriel, as a Bronco fan, was like, I'm filling in for Gabriel. Bro was like, game's already over, they're gonna win. I'm just like, calm down, gotta wait. But obviously he was right. But anyways, with that being,
Gabriel Gabriel over there is conning it.
Bro,
he could have took a nap and he would have been comfortable with it.
Hey, obviously the audience can't see Zach. Maybe you could add a little, picture of you or a video of you doing this. But Zach, wasn't Gabriel like about to cry during that game? He's nodding his head. So just fill in that part with the video. Yeah. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is, crazy game. I wanted Philly to win. You didn't. Zach wanted them to win. Gabriel on the podcast. We all wanted Philly to win except for him. We were right. He was wrong. Thank God. I'm happy to see Philly win. They deserve it. Saquon. Love Saquon. They did shut him down, though, which was kind of surprising. So they definitely watched film on him. But what I've been telling people
could've
is.
Dropped 50. I'm just saying, if they
could have
shut down, drop 50 for sure with Saquon.
Yeah, what I've been telling people is, they might have stopped Saquon, but Jalen Hurts was running all over them. He looked like Lamar Jackson, how he runs and all that,
Jalen Jackson.
Anyways, so they definitely, deserve the win. I'm happy for him. Happy for A.J. Brown, Jalen Hurts. Finally, they get their ring. And, yeah, man, crazy game. I don't think anyone expected the results of it as far as the score. I think people wanted or maybe knew Philly was going to win, but not by that much.
Love hurts, doesn't it?
Excuse me. 18-point deficit, So, yeah, man. I mean, now it's the offseason, and now we're looking forward to that. But that Super Bowl recap, one thing I want to add into, is Jalen Hurts played phenomenal. Beautiful deep pass to Devontae Smith. The defense played lights out. Chiefs couldn't handle it. I got to give a shout-out to Xavier Worthy, though. The rookie of all players was actually trying in that game, so props to him. But, yeah.
Another thing I wanted to add was definitely not a really good day for Mahomes and his passing.
Oh, heck no.
Like you said, he got sacked, he got intercepted. Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for Mahomes in the Super Bowl, and that's exactly what happened. I mean, he couldn't find any targets. He couldn't hand the ball off. He tried to give it to Kelsey numerous times, and because Taylor Swift was in the house again, and it didn't. Like Isaac said earlier, she wasn't on the big screen numerous times. I think that's a win for everybody who watches the sport.
Closing this segment, I think one thing I just want to add in real quick is
good halftime show too. Just saying.
Yeah, I think he played his worst historical first half game. 41 yards going into the second half with, I think, if I'm correct, he threw that pick in the first half.
Yeah, he did at the ending.
Yeah. So yeah, that was like his worst stat historically going in first half. Excuse me, as a quarterback, but. Eagles won the Super Bowl, so on to next season.
Congrats, Eagles.
Moving on to our next segment. One we made up, one we hope you guys enjoy.
Right on the spot.
Please don't go, or new phone who this. With that being said, let's talk about it. So this is how it works. So trades going around, right? Possibly potential trades. So Miguel, my lovely co-host, there's some news going on about Myles Garrett wanting out. Not by the Browns forcing him, but more so like, hey, I want out. So he's in a situation like new phone who it is. But let me ask you, are you accepting that text or are you blocking that text?
Ooh, that's a tough one. But if I had to be honest,
take your time.
It's a tough one. It really is. He's really good. He's really strong.
Not really good. He's great. He's a dog. And yeah, he's really strong.
Well, he really is a dog. He's on the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah. Anyways,
I think for him, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna ask him the text.
So you gonna bring him back to Cleveland? Mm-hmm. And in case you guys don't know, obviously we didn't explain it too much. But if since he's accepting the call, he's staying with Cleveland. But if you block it, you trading him. So you accepting it?
Oh yeah.
Wow, but you know he wants to go to a winning team. They're not a winning team. They don't even know who their quarterback is.
I know, there's a lot of free agents. But, let me tell you, I don't think, if you're rebuilding, right, I don't think you'd want to let one of your star players go, right?
Yeah?
I mean, okay.
But I get it.
I get it. He wants out and all that nonsense. But you can't keep letting people go as you're rebuilding. That's like putting like wet paint on like a hole or something like that.
So at the end of everything, what I'm hearing is you accepting and you keeping them back. Okay.
Yep.
Now, I'm going to test you on this one. Next one. Text, you're going to accept it, block it. Mr. none other than number one himself, Deebo Samuel.
Block.
I knew it.
100% blocked. That guy's been blocked since day one.
I knew it, man. I threw a little curveball at you and you swung. It's a home run.
Flew out of the park. I would have said it earlier, but I wanted to make sure you know who I was talking about.
All right, so you blocking Deebo. Why?
He's a 49er. Plain and simple.
Plain and simple.
Can't do it.
So if you get in the area code from San Francisco, you just blocking that?
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
All the time.
Okay.
Well, okay. Now you throw me one. What if I throw you one?
Let's see if I ding it out the park like you. Who we got?
Your twin.
Cooper
Kupp.
My dog.
Yo, dog.
My dog.
What do you think? Remember, take your time. I know it's a hard one.
Who throwing me the ball real quick? Cooper Kupp.
Wrong answer. You're out of the family. Just saying.
I'm going to shock some people. I'm going to say what's not realistically going to happen. I'm going to accept it. I want him to stay in L.A. Let him finish what he started. He's loyal. He's a team player. Man of God. And yeah, bro, keep Cooper Kupp. Why trade him? Fix the contract. Talk about it. And let him, let him finish his career in L.A. Seriously.
I like it.
So with that being said, he's getting that, or I'm getting that call from Inglewood, I'm accepting it. Cooper Kupp, staying in L.A. Now.
Gotta love it, right?
Now, did I hit it out the park?
No.
Struck out?
No.
Foul ball?
No.
Double?
Hold on. You not only just hit it out of the park, you nailed it all over the universe.
I need binoculars to see that.
Not even binoculars. You need a telescope.
Anyways.
Went to space.
Okay.
Different galaxies.
All right, brother. I got my last one that's going around town, and they smoking crack on this one.
Ooh.
Pair along, with a great receiver, you need a great quarterback. And sticking with the Rams, Matthew Stafford, talking about he might get traded. They smoking crack. Why?
Yeah.
They trying to get a first-round pick out of the old man, and I love Stafford and all, but he ain't worth the first round anymore. So, Miguel, Inglewood's calling you. Accepting, blacking.
I'm going to go with you like you said last time. I have to accept it, man.
Okay.
Nobody's going to smoke that amount of crack to be like, here's the first round for you. Take it. That's not going to happen realistically.
Yeah.
Like you said, respect the man, but he's older now. So, she's staying in L.A. That's what I say.
Ooh, okay. You hit it out the park?
Oh,
It went to Mars? Mm-hmm. And it traveled around the world. Okay.
Love it.
With that being said, comes to a conclusion of please don't go or new phone.
Who dis? And now, after all that fun news and, potential landing spots and trade rumors and all that, it's time to get into the financial sides of things. And it seems like players these days are either getting paid by their current team or a new team.
I like that.
And what does that entail, Isaac? What do you think? Like, what does it mean to you? Like when a player gets paid or something like that.
Free agency is almost upon us, and it seems like a player. Excuse me. And it seems like there's a player upon us that not only is free agency almost upon us, a player possibly getting paid is almost upon us, and a player that should have been paid already. They're dragging it, taking forever. But Jamar Chase, potentially looking to get almost over 40 million. Excuse me, 40 million per year. What do you think about that? Deserves it?
Way overdue. I mean, it's been how long now?
Like a year and a half. Maybe even 2.
A year and a half, and you're finally doing it. Like, what's the delay? Come on now. Get it done. If you're going to have your players secure, you got to get that thing done here and right now. So him getting paid 100%.
I feel like him not getting paid is disrespectful.
Yeah.
Him not getting paid already is disrespectful.
He's part of why they win some a lot of times.
Excuse me. Out of that receiver class, my boy J-Dub, Jalen Waddle got re-signed. Devontae Smith got re-signed. So it's like you got to pay Chase now. What's taking so long? But yeah, like you mentioned, free agency is almost upon us. And there's another rule that goes on in free agency. Excuse me, if you guys don't know, franchise tag. So far, hate to say it, my boy Javon Holland. I mean, I'm not trying to trip about it too much, but we didn't franchise tag him. The Miami Dolphins. Trey Smith, Kansas City Chiefs O-lineman, didn't get franchise tag. Chris Godwin, another one that didn't get. I can't even talk, bro. My throat is killing me, guys. Hang in there with me. But anyways,
I'm bringing in the reinforcements.
Thank you. Excuse me, Chris Godwin, Tampa Bay Buccaneers receiver, possibly hitting free agency too. So they're not getting tagged, meaning they're going to work on a new deal behind the scenes, or they're going to bring out that publicity, that narrative. Oh, they're going to test free agency, which is true. But we're going to see what happens. What do you think about that?
Well, I think if we're talking about franchise tags, there's one name you can't leave out. T. Higgins. Now that one, I know people were just recently talking about it because it's one of the newer, fresher news out there. But I think that's another Bengal that's finally getting his share of the action. So, obviously if you're going to build something here like Zach Taylor, the head coach, and everybody in Cincinnati, if they're going to build something great here, if they want to make that Super Bowl run again like they did a few years ago, now is the time. Franchise tag your best players. Going into this draft, look for someone that can help you guys, stay in it, because there's a few times, like, the Bengals in the last few years have just, I don't know, it's a lot of BS that happens that keeps them from the playoffs, or in this case, the Super Bowl. So, Isaac, after everything, do you think with these franchise tags for the Bengals, is it going to happen? Is it going to help them get back to the Super Bowl, or what are your thoughts?
No, definitely. I mean, they just missed playoffs. They have a really good young team. Speaking of them, Jermaine Pratt is looking like he wants to trade out of them, which is interesting. Kind of like the Trey Hendrickson situation last year. He wanted to trade out, but then he stayed. But he needs to get a bag too. He needs to get paid. And then, Jermaine Pratt, he wants to be out now, I guess. So I don't know why, but behind the scenes stuff we obviously don't know about. But I think keeping T. Higgins and Jamar Chase is a smart move. You already have that combo, that duo receiver, great receivers right there. So, but if they trade him, they get good value out of T. Higgins, so be it. But, keeping Jamar Chase is definitely a must. And I think they should make playoffs next year at least. But
I agree.
Moving on from Cincinnati, been some stuff going around. First off, Kellen Moore closes out all the coach vacancy spots left open. He's now the new New Orleans Saints head coach. Congratulations to him. He deserves it. Crazy. So young.
Well, Isaac, funny thing about that is he never even left New Orleans.
He won the Super Bowl and stayed. Yeah. Honey, bring you and the kids over here. I'm staying. I already got a place.
I already got a mansion on Bourbon Street.
Anyways, he got signed and is deserving. The only thing that they got to worry about is getting out of cap hell because they're negative 64 in cap space right now, and that's tough to get out of, but I'm sure they'll figure it out. But he's going over there. Good move by the Saints. They needed a head coach, and there you have it, who literally just won the Super Bowl as the offensive coordinator. So we'll see what he does in New Orleans.
In the same stadium.
Yeah, pretty much. But with that being said, some more little news. Looks like Joey Bosa might be cut. And sticking with that division, I'm just going to go fast. Travis Kelce is going to stay, it seems like. Mm-hmm. And what do you guys think about that? Should Travis Kelce retire or not? Let us know in the comments below. And Joey Bosa, he hasn't been that great lately, so it makes sense that why they're going to cut him. He's a cap casualty. So we'll see what happens. And one thing I want to mention real quick is, as a Miami Dolphins fan, love my team. I guess surprisingly, but not so surprisingly, we decided to cut Raheem Mostert to save cap. Him, Kendall Fuller, and Miami Dolphins tight end number 81. Durham Smythe. If you know who that is, you know who that is. But anyways, we decided to cut 3 players. Kind of surprising, like I said, but not really. We need money. We're negative too, but not as much as the Saints. But we saved about $9 million, so not bad. It just sucks, man. I love Mostert. It was so fun watching him play 2 years ago. Last season, it didn't do anything at all. He fumbled a lot, so I get that. He's only getting older, but hey, someone's going to pick him up. He's still valuable. But yeah, with that being said, we cut players. Things happen. But any other news, Miguel?
Few news on my side. I know that unfortunately I gotta suffer for the rest of this contract, but apparently I hear that we're gonna keep Geno Smith for a few more years. Oh man!
Right, Miguel? Look at me. That's how you feeling, right?
No, I'm gonna cry on air. Get a napkin, somebody. No, I'm just kidding. But
I don't see anyone around here. I'm sorry.
Oh, I see one that says Dolphins on it. No, I'm just kidding. Hey. It was just a joke, man. It was just a joke.
Anyways, okay.
But a lot of us are unhappy that Geno Smith is staying. But, Mike McDonald, really good guy. Obviously we got cheated out of the playoffs last year. Everybody knows.
That is crazy, though.
We got robbed.
Winning record, not making playoffs. It is crazy.
We got robbed by the Rams for some reason. You know what? I don't care. The stupid strength of schedule thing needs to go.
Yeah.
That's all I need to say. But that's one thing. Another one I'd say really quickly here is, and I hope everybody is wrong. like they were with the Deshaun situation. But Justin Tucker's in a bit of legal trouble. I won't get into it because I don't know the exact.
I really hope it's not true.
I really sure hope. I guess there's allegations going on, sexual harassment, which I really hope is not true. I mean, we've dealt with this with the Deshaun sort of thing, and he was luckily found not guilty. So hopefully this is the same situation. Yeah. We hate to hear it when these things happen because we got some ballers out there and then their names get edged into the history books for the wrong reason. So all I gotta say about it is, man, Justin Tucker, I hope you didn't do nothing stupid, man. I really respect you. Yeah. And that's all I gotta say from my side.
But that being said, before we go into our last segment, Zach, I'm gonna need you to pull this picture up. Look at what A.J. Brown, right above me, put in his house after he won the Super Bowl. Take a look and check it out. But anyways, that closes out for news. We hope you guys appreciate this. And we're going to jump into our last segment real quick, so stay tuned. And now with that being said, we're going to jump into our last segment of the night. We're going to talk about our early predictions for the Super Bowl.
But you said early 2 times.
That's the point.
But why 2 times? Why not just 1?
The season just ended, my man. It's the early because we're going to do our other one down the road a few months in. We're just doing our early predictions of the Super Bowl favorites of who could possibly go next season.
Well, I know it's not Miami.
So with that being said, it's definitely not Seattle. Like, seriously, of all teams, Seattle. Anyways.
But I think we both can agree that it's not going to be the Giants either.
Please.
I know, right?
Thank you. Hey,
you just
Zach.
make me sick.
Hey, Zach. Anyways.
Oh, hey, Zach. How you doing, buddy?
Anyways, I'll be covering 3 AFC teams who I think has the best chance of making the Super Bowl for next season. And Miguel will be covering 3 NFC teams, obviously, who has the best chance of making the Super Bowl. So, Miguel, let's jump into it. Who we got for number 3?
Man, I always got to stick with the hometown heroes, the Seattle Seahawks. Come on, man. You already know it. You already know. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I've been coughing all night. That's all I'm going through right now.
Anyways, we have the 3rd best chance of making it because we're the Seahawks.
No.
There's no real reason.
I know I said it already, but I'm like, something just hit me. Like, I'm just changing my mind right now. Zach, come in real quick. And number 3, first off, hey, Zach.
How's it going?
Who do you have at number 3 on the NFC side?
I got the New York Giants.
Things happen, my man. My mind just changed instantly. I was thinking Seattle, Geno Smith, kind of trash. They'll probably get a rookie quarterback, the Giants, and he's going to dominate. He's going to look like Jaden Daniels. So with that being said, I agree with you, Zach.
Well, I don't know what's wrong with them tonight. Drinking from the water.
Holy water.
Anyways, number 2, the Atlanta Falcons. Nah, just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I know we're messing around, but really?
I'm just kidding.
All right, who is it?
Number 2, this is a hard one because, wow, there was a lot of great teams in the NFC. Yeah. But I'm going to give number 2, and it's going to break a lot of people's hearts, to the Eagles. Yeah, I know. Don't give me that look. Coming off a Super Bowl, right? Just winning. You're sky high right now. Chiefs, I guess, sort of did it, but I don't see it happening.
Wow.
But an Eagles a repeat? I don't think so. I don't know. They haven't been able to do it before, and I don't think they're gonna do it this time around. That's hard enough already. Ask the Chiefs. But anyways, my number 1. Oh, man. Everyone knows what I'm going to say. I love the man. I love his team. That city. Really good city as well. I like their stadium, too. Ford Field.
Yeah.
Beautiful. But number 1 is going to the Detroit Lions. They are due. They keep getting cheated out of the finals or a playoff game. But this time, I know for sure that they need it. They just need something to go right for them once.
Yeah, that's true.
Bring that first Super Bowl to the Motor City.
Yeah.
That's all I say.
Yeah.
And that, dear listeners, is my 3 predictions.
All right.
Excluding the Atlanta Falcons, because like I said, that was a joke.
All right. I like I like to hear that.
Now let's go to your top 3.
Hey guys. Now it's my turn to talk about my top 3 not favorites, but who I just think has a really good chance at going to the Super Bowl. So, coming at number 3,
Buffalo Bills. Good choice, man. Good choice.
Kansas City Chiefs. I got the Chiefs, man. And
number 3?
Yes.
Ooh.
They low key, they're not really listed as favorites going into the next season, and I honestly could see why. They are a really good team, don't get me wrong. But I think they honestly still have that chance easily. They do. They were trying to three-peat because obviously they won the last 2 ones, last 2 Super Bowls. But, they didn't obviously get it done, thankfully. Sorry. But what I'm trying to get at is they have a chance, but it's not that high anymore. Coming at number 2, freaking Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. I think they have a really good chance at making it. They've been a really good team for a while. They just can't get past the hump. Something gets in the way, and that's the Chiefs. So I'm hoping this time around they can make it. Not hope, but I ain't no Ravens fan, but it'd be cool, if maybe they get a chance to make it. They obviously got King Henry, Derrick Henry, beast, showed he still got it, proving the doubters wrong. And I think they're only going to get better from here. Jim Harbaugh, or is it Joe Harbaugh out? John Harbaugh.
Who's Joe Harbaugh?
You see, all these names mix me up. Which one is it?
I know who Joe Harbaugh is.
John, I'm sorry.
John Harbaugh.
For the Ravens,
right? For the Ravens,
okay.
Yeah.
I mess with him. He obviously had a Super Bowl back in 2012, 2013 season. And I feel like after that, they always made playoffs every year. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. But they just need to get past the hump, and I believe they can do that. But my number 1 team, who has the best chance of winning the Super Bowl, not being biased at all, the Miami Dolphins, baby.
All right, we're going to end it here today, folks. Obviously, see Isaac here is having
The Miami Dolphins, baby. I think I'm smoking crack now, but it's the Miami Dolphins, man.
No, I know.
Come on now.
What'd you take from the Rams, man?
My dog Goose is coming back. Tyreek Hill might be back. J-Dub gonna be back. My dog Devon Achane gonna be back. Jay Wright gonna be back. Defensive side, JP coming back. Bradley Chubb coming back. J Ram coming back. Freaking my boy Chop coming back.
I was just doing the calculations, and Isaac, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Where do you expect to keep all these people with what money?
They're already all signed under contract. I know my team. Mm-hmm. Anyways, but one thing I want to say, I know we were talking it off camera, but I agree with you, Miguel, that we need to get together. Mike McDaniel, freaking Chris Greer, the team needs to get it together. And gosh, bro, it's annoying. But anyways, I might be biased. Okay, I will be.
And that's the crack.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm being biased as heck. Do I think we really have a fair shot? I mean, at the end of the day, every team does until mid-season comes. Like, yeah, this team sucks. This team has a good chance.
I mean, theoretically, in the beginning, everybody has a 50%.
Yeah.
So.
But I'm just, being that delusional Dolphin fan that I am, trying to keep this smile on, being a Dolphin fan.
Well, at least you're not a Cowboys fan, so
yeah.
That's a compliment.
Anyways, so with that being said, like I said, I'm just playing with you guys. But it would be cool, but I'm just being biased, but forgive me. But anyways.
The real number 1, please?
Oh, yeah, it's us. Duh. Like, I'm not changing the order. All right, hear me out. If I'm going to change, Ravens number 1, us number 3, Chiefs number 2. There, I said it, but it'd be cool to see my team make it. Us against the Giants. Hey, Zach. No, honestly, I really want a Super Bowl of us and you guys. We've never got it yet.
I know,
we've been talking about it.
I know. What, since 2016? We're like, it's going to happen, and it's never
One of
happened.
these days.
One of these days.
But anyways, yeah.
Just one thing I hope is when it does happen, I hope we're not geezers, old senior citizens.
Oh, no, please. But yeah, that's my selection of teams. Dolphins at number 3, Chiefs at number 2, and Ravens at number 1. So with that being said.
Zach said he wants the Browns to win.
Hey, I mean, anything happens until, like I said, middle of the season, then you're like, this team sucks. But anyways, so with that being said, we would like to wrap up tonight's episode
by saying the Cowboys suck.
We hope you guys appreciate it. tonight, and we love you guys. We thank you. God bless, as always. And we'll see you guys next week. Stay tuned, and we're out.